Hello and welcome to our how-to video on the auto generation of projects from the base template plus product quantity method in machine control. This generation method provides you with the ability to clone a generic project plan from one project template, as well as building up the project plan based on the products associated to the opportunity. This generation method lets you include standardized milestones on your project, as well as including additional milestones based on the product sold. For example, you may want to include standard milestones such as kickoff, go live, handover into every project plan, but they're not included as products that will be added to the opportunity. To use this generation method, you'll need your standard milestones to be on one project template and your product related milestones on a different project. The project template containing your standard milestones will be considered your base template, and all of the milestones within this project will be added to the project when it is auto generated from the opportunity. Any milestones related to the product will also be added, and potentially multiple times based on the quantity field on the opportunity line item. This method is particularly useful for customers who sell their professional services as part of a larger scale. For example, a software company that sells licenses and implementation support, so they can have an opportunity with multiple opportunity product lines. Only those that have a milestone template specified on the parent product record will be generated into the project plan. Let's have a look. All right, let's go over to an opportunity record. And before we go ahead, there's a few fields here that might not be available to you by default when you've installed machine control. You'll need to add them to the page layout along with a few related lists. And you'll also need to assign a permission set to users who will be accessing these fields here. We have a how-to video that covers all of that, and it's available on our website. The video is called Setting Up Project Auto Generation. So I'd recommend having a look at that if you haven't had set this up already. All right, let's start by selecting the generation method. I've already created a project template, MC base template. Start date to today and click save. And let's open up this template, and in the meantime, let's add a few products. So this is the base template plus products quantity method, which means that it's going to take milestones from the base template that we have, as well as the products that we specify. And the product quantity part means that you can use the quantity field on the opportunity line item to determine how many times you want to add a milestone that is associated to a product onto the newly generated project. So let's take the example of that I gave earlier of a software company that sells licenses and implementation support. Let's say they need a couple of licenses and they need just one setup and a few training sessions. So licenses, let's say they need 3 licenses, setup would be just 1, and training, let's say they need 2 training sessions. So let's click that and save. Let's open up some of these products over here, go back to the opportunity, let's generate that, and in the meantime we'll have a look at some of the milestones that we're going to be adding. So the base template has a kickoff milestone as well as a handover milestone with a few actions with them, and we should see them in the newly generated project. Licenses, we've got the license milestone over here. For setup, we've got the setup milestone. Training, we've got the training milestone. Just going back here, so while it's running asynchronously in the background, it's going to generate the project for you. And so we've said we need 3 of licenses, 1 of setup, and 2 of training. So let's see if the project has been generated. There you go. Back here. So I've got 2 training milestones that I specified in the product quantity or the opportunity line item quantity field. Same for setup, just 1, and same for licenses, 3 as I specified, and handover and kickoff are from the base template. That concludes the how-to video on the auto generation of projects using the base template plus product quantity generation method. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via support tickets or through the email mentioned here. We have a lot of resources such as a detailed user guide, a lot of training videos on our website, searchable knowledge base, and as well as a learning portal. That's all for today, and have a good day.